Coming into that system there, that for a majority of time, it killed my creativity, man. I feel like I dropped blue and then I was in a space of, alright, cool, so where am I at now? I might not give it to the world at a specific moment because I don't think the world's really ready for real emotional A. For me, if I keep it a band, I don't think it, man. There's a time and place in it.
And you just said, just so you know, this is probably going to be my last contribution to music.
Yeah, man.
This was just before you dropped the most recent album. What makes you feel that way?
Sometimes it ain't. Sometimes something ain't going man's way. Sometimes I'm feeling way down in the dumps. But always, to an extent, like, music is the release, innit? Like, that's why I release it all. And after I released it, I feel like a million times better. Accolades was really the point, like, coming off the back of all of that stuff, I thought, nah, man, I need that now.
Yeah.
I need man to hold man up to the value that I hold myself up to.
So what are you saying? We're back, the Cheque Up, Chuckie online. Let me tell you something here. We are gonna have a real music conversation today. Nah, not even just music though, like on a life one. Do you get what I'm saying? When I'm doing stuff like this, I usually just like to, this is one thing, this is sick about having a YouTube channel, yeah? I can do what I want and I can talk to who I want. And more time when I'm sitting down and I'm doing these conversations, I'm talking to who I want. So the person that I've brought with me today is someone who is one of one. He is one of one, yeah? He's a gem, he's a treasure. That's how we look at him. Those who know, really, really know. This man, you know, carved a lane for himself. He's in it by himself. And even when people try to, you know, step in the road and whatever it may be, they might skirt a crash in that, yeah? A2, welcome.
My brother, man. I like that stuff. My brother, man. What it do, cuzzo?
What are you saying? How are you, my G?
I'm good, man. I'm alive, I'm breathing, man. Everything's blessed, bro. Can't complain at all. We just here, getting older, innit?
Bro.
You know?
It's literally that, you know? You know when you deep that, like, there's a whole new generation of just not artists, but just people.
Beer things, bro. Beer things. And it's only till I look at it from an outsider's perspective when I see everything moving.
Yeah.
Do you get me? That's when I say, oh, cool. That much years is going past.
Do you, because see with you, yeah? Do you like spend a lot of time just fully chilling? And then when you step outside, is it like a whole new world to you? Like, oh shit, this is mad.
Oh.
There's a whole flipping...
More time, it's like I'm locked in a cube, man. I got my same set things I'm trying to take in, my same set things that I'm going around, my same set people. So if I don't go and look too far at the exterior, bro, I'll come back and everything's changed.
Yeah.
Literally, but I like it though, man.
Mad.
I like playing catch up, innit, certain time.
Serious?
Yeah, man.
Why?
Something to do, it's a challenge, innit? If I'm just locked in my cube, it just gets a bit boring, innit?
When you say play catch up though, in what sense? Like,
so with everything changing, a sound might change, fashion might change.
Right.
Do you get me? So it gives me something to be like, okay, cool, I gotta get in tune with that one there.
Does your sound need, like, I feel like your sound only needs to change when you want it to change, though.
Yeah, man. I feel like it comes with the maturity.
Yeah.
The older I get. So the older I get is the more conscious I get with, I don't want to sound like back in the day when I was doing this thing. So I need to bring it to a space where, alright, cool, there's a level and a maturity to this thing now.
Yeah.
But I'm keeping it up and that's where it's set at.
Yeah.
So more time, that's what it is, man.
I was saying to you before, yeah, today, like, you know what? I feel like there's going to be some people that are going to learn today. Some people are going to really understand it. I think if you like have been like watching me on the pod for a certain period of time, you definitely would have seen me shouting this artist out a lot.
Yeah, my
like,
brother.
You get what I'm saying?
My brother.
Man's been really taught and playing music and doing all that type of stuff.
Much appreciated every time, man.
So like some people are going to learn today, and I'm going to learn some things as well myself. But one thing that I do, which I said to you before off mic, yeah, I want to know today. See, once we finish, I want to know that I've got what you really feel and how you really think about certain things. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Yeah?
Blessed.
All the time.
So like, all right, cool. Firstly, yeah, what I want to start with you is, you see when people say, yo, like, A2, he's underrated. He's like, you know, he's like our treasure. He's like, you know, a diamond in the dirt that like people don't really know about too much, but if you know, you know. Like when you hear that, see, like when you hear just even the underrated thing, yeah. How do you really feel when you think about that?
I used to enjoy it, you know. I like being the underrated one before, but as I said, getting older and establishing that maturity, it gets a bit washed. Like 2021, I don't want to hear you saying I'm underrated. But on a low, it's factual. Do you get me? That's why I got to say, you know, the balance with it, like whatever's saying. But, bro, in the grand scheme of things, any criticism that I get, it's always a good thing, man. I always like that, man. Underrated, yeah, cool, man. Then let me go in the booth and show you I'm rated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
either way, I'm like, neither here nor there, man.
See, like when you started, yeah.
Yeah.
What was the goal for you?
Oh man. Do you know what? I always envisioned me at being at the top of whatever lane I was in. So originally it wasn't even anything to do with any lyrics or anything like that. It was just like I wanted to be a mad producer. I just wanted to produce mad tunes. I looked up to Timbaland and all these man, and I was like, yo, I want to make mad stuff like them. Find a singer, let a singer do some stuff, etc., and just be at the top of that game that I'm doing. But eventually, over time, doing grime and all that stuff, like that just brought out my competitive side, innit?
Yeah.
I was on, nah, man. I just want to tear everything down with music. I was listening to so much music and I was rating it at such a specific level. Like I was categorizing so much different types of music, but I thought, nah, I need to make something that this is it. Like you can't diminish this. This is top tier level stuff. So the goal changed after a while. It just wanted to be, yeah, man. When you mention my name, you know that it's mad, innit? Like anything I produce is top tier, it's quality, it's just the best. If I've stood in there, it's the best. You get me? You can't get better than that, man. But the goal changes all the time, man. Keep it up with you.
Like what was you doing grime really because it was an environmental thing? Because everyone was.
Nah, I loved it, man.
Or did you love it for true?
Yeah, I loved it. I remember back in the day, So Solid, Dizzy, Wiley, I loved that, man. Going to school, I got all my tape thing in my ear, I'm rewinding the set from Rinse FM and all these things. You get me? I loved all of that. I loved all the essence, like macking up with a man them. We're just doing back-to-back 16s, 32, someone trying to get reload or something like that. The whole essence of it, I loved it. That's what like really crafted me into this lyrical thing.
I always say, you know, like, like sometimes, yeah, there's certain people that I talk to about it and I'm like, I wish I could just take you back there. I wish I could just take you to a young radio station, bro, so you can see the man them.
Good times, bro. I remember being cramped in, like, was it Manic FM or Axe FM? Manic FM. That used to be like St. Albans. And I remember being cramped in some room, like literally, like, bro, 10 times smaller than this room. But there's definitely about 8 man in there, 9 man, 10 man. You gotta come out. If you ain't next on this thing, come out and wait outside and you come in, you get me? Just tearing up there, man, sweating it out. But that's the battlefield, isn't it? That's where you learn everything. That's where you learn to stand up in the war. And you get me? Your head is straight. Yeah, this is what it is, man.
Yeah, that's where the ego gets tested as well. I feel like in those arenas there, yeah, like especially for a lot of man, whether you would have realized it or not, that's when you would have learned a lot about your ego.
100%, man.
When a man's not passing you the microphone.
Yeah, man.
Or even you standing next to a man and you feel a little bit inadequate because flipping, he's got hella bars or rap. What, is he talking about me?
Bro, I hear you fully. There used to be money like that from my ends. I remember there was a brother called Malicious from my area. These times I'm like 16. Anytime you're next to him in the set, it's mad. Because if you're spitting your bar and no one ain't chanting nothing and he comes after you, whole room's going nuts.
Yeah.
So that's building up man's ego from there. What, you think I'm even gonna set and the man's going mad for your thing, not my thing? I gotta make something crazy, man. So I get you fully in that respect still. Yeah, egos got crushed.
Yeah.
Egos got crushed.
So was you producing from before then, yeah? Did you start producing before and then?
Yeah, producing was my main. That's when I got like FL Studio 3 or something like when I was 13. And just started just doing bare madness, just remaking beats, trying to make my own beats. But I was making bare beats before bars. Like bars was just like, even though everyone had a lyric book and all that other stuff there, I was like, I've got a lyric book, but when I get on this computer, that's what I'm trying to do. That's where the hours get spent, man. So I was crashing mad rhythms before lyrics.
Yeah. I feel like that kind of goes with your like element of your elusiveness in a sense that like, obviously I see you as an artist, I see you as a cold one, but you got you got producer vibes about you.
Yeah, man.
You get
I'm
what
in
I'm
a
saying?
cave.
You just want to just, you're a man who just wants to just ease up.
I'm with the science. Let me crack this little test I'm doing first, and I'll come out to play after that.
Strong.
That's why I'm on there, man. I can't really be out in the field unless I know that what I've worked on in the lab is mental. And I can come out to play, man. But I'm excited as a person. I keep it a spade, man. I don't really like limelight and being out there for no reason and all this other stuff. So I'm like, if I ain't got nothing to do, you ain't seen me.
Yeah.
Yeah, like.
You've gone on, yeah, to like make music that I feel like I say this for a lot of people that proper check for you, yeah. You make music that literally takes people back to a certain time and a certain place or a certain situationship or whatever it is. It's like you got music that you sort of live with in this time. And then when you go back to it, it fully takes you back there.
Yeah, memories.
Anyone that I know that checks for you, yeah, says exactly the same thing. Like, does that happen with you, but deeply though? So not like on a generic, boom, yeah, I made flipping all spills, whatever it is, yeah. And like, oh, okay, like, yeah, it reminded me of when I was in the studio. No, like, you see when you listen back to certain things, yeah, does it actually deeply take you back to certain places?
It floods me, man. I listen to beer project, even if it ain't my like I'll make my thing, and in the process of making it, I'm going through whatever. So all of that is already captured. It's there, innit? Like if I remember one of the songs of the table, I think, snap, remember I was going through that situation, or someone might be on my phone bugging me, or you get me, it could be good or bad, but I'm always gonna remember that moment. Like I got specific moments like Frank Ocean, Nostalgia Ultra.
Yeah. Oh my God.
You get me?
Yeah.
I listen to certain tracks and I'm like, let's chuck me straight back to 211. I'm like, damn, man. I remember everything. I remember how it feels.
Yeah.
You get me? Every single thing, man. So everything there flood me. I'm about that though. I'm about the nostalgia and the feel.
Hey, I love that,
bro.
But sometimes, sometimes it's good, innit? But sometimes I don't want to go there. Remember I was saying to you before, I was like, listen, like all spills, when I hear that, the whole album, it takes me somewhere. So then it's like, do I want to go there now? Do you get what I'm saying?
It's a gift
like,
and a curse.
Yeah, but then it's good because it's like once you get past that and you go back to it, it's like you got the feels of like, oh yeah, I remember when it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
But creatively, I can't lie, I enjoy it creatively. Because it gives me that shift back into, okay, that's how you was feeling in them moments. Like,
right.
So I can dig back into that and bring it into the now to get me the present and be like, cool. Let me like, not even recreate, but let me use that energy and bring it to where I'm at now and give it to this situation here or this vibe here or this project here, anything along them lines, man. So create digging back from them, bro, bare blessings, isn't it? 110%.
Bare messages,
like,
yeah. I love that.
I want you to hit me like, yo, Blue, I was with my old thing and rare. Yeah, man, I'm with that. That's how it's gonna stick with you forever, innit?
Yeah.
20 years down the line, play the joint, you're gonna remember them said situations.
Yeah.
I mean, I love all that, man.
Hey, that's what I want to talk about a little later on. I want to talk about because I feel like some of the Chris's girls listen to A2, you know.
Yeah, factually, man.
I can't lie. I don't know, like you have a way of talking about lust, sex, relationships, just chopping, being low anyway, just in life and all of these, but you do it in such a cool way though.
Yeah, man.
And relatable for a certain type of man. Do you get me?
I'm with you fully. Bro, you know what it is? I just keep it a spade, man. I realized a long time ago, even going back to this doing grime, I realized like a lot of things was a facade, innit? Like you can't really be affected by the facade, innit? Like once it all was said and done, you're gonna have to take the real. So I just made a decision as an artist to be like, if I buck the man then or buck someone else, I don't want you to seem like I'm a superhero. You get me? Like my suit's off now. I need to buck me and be like, yeah, that's it in the flesh still. I hear you. So I had to let that penetrate through the lyrics, through the words, through the beats, whatever I'm saying. I'm like, yo, you gotta feel this and know that it's a real thing. And even the man them, like, I'm speaking for you. If you're shook to say it, I'm gonna say it for you, innit? Man's go through thing.
Do you and your man them talk like that on a deep one like that?
Yeah, man. It gets to points where we have to, innit? Like, there's nowhere else to go. If my brother's going through something, he's hit me, 9 times out of 10, I'm probably been through that already. Something hit you with, oh yeah, this is my sport. It might not be the best advice at the time, but yo, this is my sport. Like that's what I'm saying, man. But likewise, a man could hit me when I'm this situation right now, you know, brother. Like, and even then, that's inspiring, man, on a different thing. But I love all that, man. We gotta keep it real, like keep it a buck. When I look back in history, like some of the most monumental songs that are stuck with me personally, to what I know, they've all been real. Do you get me? It's not like a airy fairy kind of song. It's like real songs that are stuck with, man. Like real lyrics. When I'm listening to R&B and soul and all that stuff from back in the day, I'm like, rah, my man is really singing to this woman. Do you get me? It's not like some facade.
No, it's not no joke thing.
You know, he's really singing to this woman. So I just took it like, yo, the real's always gonna prevail, man. There's even other things that took me to that space where I'm like I want a man's parents or a woman's parents to listen to it. And even if you don't really understand what I'm saying or get what I'm saying, there's aspects of it where you know, okay, this is hitting. Like I get it, even if it's a line or something, like 2 lines. Something on that song has to make you think, this brother's real. So you get me? I can't do all that other stuff you go hear and it's all so that's the aspects that man really loves. Like you have to take the realness. Without the realness, it's tight.
How do you feel about where you're at? I say that like in a sense of, I guess we was talking a little bit before about being underrated and all these type of things, but sometimes you can, as an artist, you can make peace with that and be on a vibe of, you know what, like I've built a cult following. Like I've built a cult following and that feels good. Sometimes some people want maybe more than that and they want to, you understand what I'm saying? Like that litness and that for people to just talk about them or whatever. Personally, I always feel that in the long term, that you're always in the best position when you actually have a genuine fan base. I've been saying quite a lot of the time, no matter how small or big, I've been saying a lot of the time is that like, I feel, and this is no disrespect to a lot of the artists that's out there right now, but I feel like there's a lot of artists that have they're just fans of a time. So they're not necessarily fans of them. It's just like the time that we're in, we'll always go back to like 2019 and we'll think about this one and that one or whatever. But past a couple of years and that, you don't really, you know what I'm saying? But then you have like a few that have the genuine fan base that almost grows with them. Do you get what I'm saying?
Important,
how do you feel about where you're at though?
You know what? It depends on the day I'm on, man. Sometimes I might wake up and be like, man's lagging. Other days I look at it and say, what man's built is specific. Like, it's not easy for the way I've done it to like build a core fan base that messes with me to the point where I'm like, I could genuinely go quiet for, I don't know, a year or 2 and there's still hunger for the music. Do you get me? It's not like, he's fell off, it's done. There's my man's in town now, let me listen to my man. It's genuinely like, yo, where is this food? You get me? My knees this thing. So depending on the day I'm on, as I said, I might look around and be like, nah man, this is blessed. I like this, like, man's achieved a lot, even from SoundCloud days. And I used to wake up and be like, all right, cool, let me crack 2 songs out today, man. Just chuck it on there and it's like, you needed this. But I've always thought to myself, it has to be in a position like that. Like, if within everything in life, I'm like, there's got to be a want for it. If there ain't a want for it, then it's just going to go. You're going to forget about it and think, oh yeah, it's done. Don't really care about it. I hate that. I hate you think of some A2 joint and be like, oh yeah, it's done. I don't care about no A2 records. You want to hear that? Nah, man, I used to crave that. I used to like literally be hungry for that. So I've always looked at it in that perspective where as much as everything, I might not be skyrocketing and all of that, like, it's all good, man. But it's mad that you say that because I remember a conversation I had with Storms, like, in LA probably like a couple of years ago, literally just sitting down, just flicking it back and forth. But he said to me, hey, see your thing, like from the start, it's always been on a steady rise thing. You know what I mean? There's never been it's always been like a steady rise, and there might be next man that's treachery that goes, but sooner or later it just goes back down, but man's thing's still rising, you get me? So when he said that to me, that stuck with me for time. I was like, Rod, you know what? I ain't really looked at it like that, because I'm the artist. So I'm always looking at everything. Like I get narratives from left, right, and center from people, like, and I'm taking it on board. So even if I see something and man's telling me I'm underrated, that might be me saying, oh snaps, man, I'm not really making my thing. But then seeing in that aspect there, I'm like, you got a point, man. It's always on the rise. That gave me some next energy. I'm like, it's in my pace, innit? Like, So however far I want to take it, how fast I want to take it, like it's all in man's control. As long as I've got my core support system locked in and they're tuned in, it's like a snowball effect, isn't it?
What kind of conversations does your brethren have with you about where you're at?
Depends who I'm talking to.
Yeah.
The next man might be on me.
Saying
like, I was with my guy
Brother,
the other day.
you're inside, bro.
He's saying to man, yo, we must have some joints to put out. Like,
Right.
put out some joints, run something out. I'm saying, bro, just dropped the tape the other day. Like, you mean put some joints out? Next man might say to me, nah, you're good, man. Taking your stride, you're easy. Everything's popping. When's the next show? But I like it though, man. The balance is needed.
Yeah.
Because certain time I need that wake up, like, yo.
Yeah.
Some rhythms, man.
Do you ever have to like remind yourself to trust the process?
All the time. Because this is a unique process. It's really like, old management, all that used to tell me all the time, like, you're like the soldier, the first soldier on the hill. You get me? You got to run back and let everyone know, so yes, bless over here, we can move over here. So my aspect of looking at it's always been that, like, bro, this path ain't been walked before, especially in the UK. Like, it has never been trodden on for a man to just be doing my thing. Not really flexing with no one, not really doing mad features and da. But I'm just locked in on my lane and saying, yeah, this is where I see this thing, the way I vision it is this way. So I always have to look at the process and say, it's there, it's steady. There's always something that show me, bro, it's there. Whether it's a show, whether it's a joint, whether I meet someone and someone's like, oh yeah, da. I'm like, bro.
I like that. And you know why as well, yeah? Because it even goes to like, in a song that you got with someone called Emil, where it's own pace. It's always been about the time and not about the order, always about what's right and not about the former.
You already know, cuz. Literally, that's how, even sitting down in the studio that they writing it, that line there probably penetrates the most of the whole thing. That was my eureka kind of line in the song. You get me? I was like, yeah, man, this is it.
It's always been about the time and not about the order, always about what's right and
Bro,
not
it's
about
only
the
with the time,
former.
man.
And these are thoughts from a troubled author. I'm building bridges over troubled water. I built a wall up to protect my aura and I'm feeling fucking awesome. Try and climb it, I'ma make it taller. It's always been about the time and not about the order. Always about what's right and not about the former. Remember what they taught us. The hair or the tortoise. Slow and steady emphasizes torture. And we ain't know the forecast. Empty page for the pendants, no change. Champagne on our entrance for the wave that we stay on. I'm slept on but can't remember times I was laid on. I used to be the same but I changed, so I can never hate them. The fruits of my labor getting preyed on by my neighbor, but I let them take them. No bitter tasting. Bear the devil that you know, there's some jealous strangers. Bear you risk it all alone and dabble with traitors. It's scary. I'm trying to see the error in my ways. It ain't bait, it's more strange. If I left this shit to chance, I would've picked a name like. If I left this shit to chance, I probably never would've changed. I'm just rolling at my pace. And shorty say she love me, trying to tell me that it's fate. Twin flames or soulmates don't come in more papes. Blue made you love me, all spill bring the hate. Must be true, if it was real, you would've stayed.
I like it when you get in that. I like it when you get in that bag as well, you know, where you're on that sort of reflecting vibe. Do you feel undervalued, bro?
100%, man. I know there's so many instances I've dropped something, and me as the creative, as the artist, I already know what I want you to take from it. Like, I'm no confusion to what I want to take from it, but I know it's been missed. Do you get me? Whether it's from a marketing perspective, whether it's from this, from that, like, it's been missed. I even say it about Blue all the time. I'm like, if I speak from my own perspective, Blue's one of the maddest things to drop. Do you get me? From even for the basis
was
of...
Was that your first proper project, yeah?
Yeah,
Or,
to the world.
Yeah, to the world.
I've been releasing like EPs and that before it. Like, I've always been a project guy from 16. Like, I was like, yo, I need to put together a body work.
Yeah.
But Blue was I could say the entrance to like, okay, everyone.
Yeah.
Yo, come here and hear this. Like, everyone needs to
Where
hear
was
this,
you
like.
at then? Like, where was your mentor? Honestly,
man.
like, where was your mentor then?
I was in a good space, bro. I was feeling good. Like,
Yeah.
I was feeling like I could do anything. Like, there's not a single thing I could do. I could go in a booth today and crack 5 songs and they're gonna be mad. I was going through all the motions and it was all fresh to me. I was smoking. I just came off of smoking them times there. But I was still through the motions of smoking, sipping lean, whatever it was, that I was still fresh to all them experiences and everything going around me. So when I could just chuck it all into one and put on a song, like, all of that was brand new. But it gets to the point where I've experienced it now. you know what I mean? I'm a man, as I said, I go through feelings. I feel things, innit? If I don't feel it, it's done. I can't make no music if I don't feel it. I can't do none of that. So what the experiences the lad was giving me, the lean was giving me, all of that stuff, for me to get in the bag there that I was in and like wrap it up and chuck it around and jump it up and then, yeah, this is what it is, bro, it gave me everything, man. But it was, I'll be real, Blue wouldn't even have happened if it wasn't for all the EPs before it.
Right.
Because the EPs before Blue are probably more important than Blue. Like, those are the staple mate things that you need to understand A2. Because a lot of people won't even know the person that was before Blue.
Right, fact.
The entry level might be gold.
Oh yeah, for real.
You get me? They might jump in at gold and think, oh, okay, yeah, this guy's a dope songwriter, singer, but I was a maniac back then before that. Like 2014, like doing these EPs, Once Too Many and 7, all these EPs.
So did the like, cause see when you're doing that then, yeah, you're doing that with the thought of like I want to cut through, obviously do the music thing, make it as big as possible and that. Then you start getting exposed to the business more. You start seeing the business aspect of music, yeah?
Man.
Did that change your outlook and even your motivation when it came to dealing with it?
Man. I hated getting that involved. Like, that's one of the worst things I've ever done. Like, I'm such a creative, I should not be involved in that. I should be protected from it because I take on board everything. You get me? I'm so like hands-on with this. I take on board everything and my brain don't stop ticking. You know what I mean? So if you throw me into my label position from 2016, that shifted A into a whole next space now. So you don't just have the pure creative, you got the creative that is not expected to do whereas before there's no expectations. I'm setting expectations. No one else around me can set any expectations. If I want to do this, it's this. If I'm chucking something out today and I'm putting it online today, it's going out today. But then coming into that system there, that for a majority of the time, it killed my creativity, man. I feel like I dropped Blue and then I was in a space of, all right, cool, so where am I at now? What's my move? You get me? How am I feeling? But I don't really like it, man. I can't lie. As I said to you, I'm a hands-on type of brother, man. I can't really be in situations where there's too many cooks. You get me? Because one has to be the main chef.
What? I'm the same.
Bro.
You know that. And like, there's actually something I was going to mention before, but I'm going to come to that in a bit because this is just what you just said, yeah? But like, after that, yeah, like obviously, what happened with the Disturbing London thing? Because you were signed to them for a little piece, yeah? Like what was that experience like?
For the most part, it was good, man. Until I got more on the ground and to grips with things. So now I've got to push my expectations onto you.
Right.
And I ain't seeing certain expectations met. So now you got a ruffled A, you know what I'm saying? That's when I start waking up like, raw. I'm waking up from the dream now, seeing what's really going on now, do you get me? So after a while, I just started going tits up, man. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm a demanding person. And I just said, I need this now, like, not even on a joke thing, like, unreasonable. It's reasonable, like, yo, man.
Now, be honest though, I feel like artists are not reasonable sometimes.
I feel like I can be unreasonable, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I can be very unreasonable, but when it comes to this work, I got patience. So if you tell me something can happen at this time,
yeah,
I'm gonna give you benefit of doubt, I'll wait for that time.
Right.
But when it don't happen at that time,
yeah, it's a passer.
you get me?
I hear
now
that.
I'm steaming, bro. And the majority of the time, after Blues drop, that's what started to kick in.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, cool, well, I feel like I've dropped a mad thing. Like, you need to treat this thing like a mad thing. If you ain't treat this thing like a mad thing, what's gonna happen then? You're gonna meet the ignorant A, you're gonna meet the egotistical A, you're gonna meet an A that's on your arse. Like, literally, that's what it is. And that's what it turned out to be, man. I'm ruffled. Now I need this, I need that.
And it's hard because it's like, I guess sometimes there's not a one, like you ring a manager, but sometimes there isn't a one person to ring when there's a bunch of people that's dealing with a bunch of things.
Yeah, it was tight, man. Plus, one's management was inside Disturbing for a little while.
Oh, okay.
So it was already kind of wide.
Conflict of interest a little bit.
This is it, man. So it's not until, as I said, like, you become more wide-eyed and you get to be like, oh yeah, cool, man. This ain't it. This ain't lit. And then you gotta like pull skirts and be like, nah, this ain't it. I ain't just, this is the music, man. Sitting down, man. Just letting time flow by. Because with time, I let time fly. Do you get me? Bare things happen and I wasn't even paying attention to things. You get me? It's not until I stopped and I sat down and I said, right, what's really going on with this thing? Done Coco.
Right, Coco. Yeah, for people who don't know, that's a venue in London. You sold that out as well, right?
Broski.
Yeah.
So now I'm actually deep in it. I'm saying to myself, raw, hold on. We sold out Coco. What did A receive from this?
Right.
Apart from the gratitude of, yeah, man sold this out, what did I actually receive from this?
Right.
To be honest with you, nothing. Like, man, I'm thinking, nah, I hit a lick off of Coco. I
Yeah.
hit no lick off of Coco. All I got is my old memories from Coco to
Right.
say, yeah, man, done it off the back of nothing. I always say, no radio spin, no this, no that, yeah, lit. But what disturbing them of it, basically nothing, man.
That's what I was actually going to mention to you as before as well, yeah. It's hard, you know, being an independent artist or being an artist that is like, you know, that is where you're at. It's difficult because obviously you're carving something for yourself, yeah. And then, like, you know, you got to invest a lot in yourself. There's going to be people that are going to invest in you or whatnot. As soon as things come in, they're going to want to, you know, then you don't see too much. And then on top of that, you're thinking, rah, like, radio isn't really on thing. You know, do you ever like have a conflict of, do I need to play this industry game more? I have felt like that before. Like in the past, I felt like, you know what, yeah, maybe I should go to the industry. Like maybe I should mingle with this. Maybe I should do more lunches and all of that stuff. But you know what, brother, I just can't do it. I can do it a bit, but I can't do too much of it. But see, for you, yeah, has that ever been a thing where you thought, I need to play the game a little bit better? Like radio's not playing my shit. Fucking, like what is it I gotta do?
Yeah, man, a million. I had like management in man's ear telling man to move like that.
Yeah,
But I'm looking at it like, come on, man, you should know my character. You should know like the floor that I've laid before this.
Right.
It's not about that. It's about showing everyone that's trying to achieve this. You ain't gotta do that. That's all the other stuff. That's all the other antics. So I find that stuff mad fugazi, bro. Like even certain time I step into functions now and I'm like, my energy don't feel this.
Right.
Do you get me? I'm just on a low quiet, man. Man, they might see me. I might see a 1-2, man. Yo, welcome, my brother. You good? After that, I'm probably skating out. Do you get me? But it had to be done, and it was good that I've done it. Like, yeah, man. Go to this function. Go to that function. Go mingle here. Go to this place. Go to the yeah, man. It was good to be in that space, experience it.
Yeah.
Do you get me? I had some good nights, like some good drunk nights, lit nights on the top of this roof. Man, that's some amazing ones. But if I keep
see some famous gal in that.
yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Some industry gal in that. There's a couple good industry gal out there. So.
Brother, bro, as I said, my head on this thing, it's mad. It's narrow. You get me? I might dislike bare people because industry.
I'm playing that. Do you know, to be fair, like, even the girls that I talk about like that, I know them well. And you know what I'm saying?
It's a different space, man. But no, real life, man, I had to play it. But it just comes down to the person that you are, innit?
Yeah.
It's your character. My character is reserved. I'm reserved as hell. I observe everything more than I talk. I'm observant.
Yeah.
Do you get me? I'm an energies man. Let me see how this is. Mommy's been saying from long, like, yeah, spirit don't take this person, don't take that person. When I was young, I didn't get it. Like, what do you mean spirit don't take this person? Like, you didn't even know them.
Right.
You just about to say hello to them. But now I get older, I get it, innit?
Yeah.
It's not everyone your energy's supposed to mix with.
Right.
So I feel like my thing, it has to be protected. Like, I have to protect my energy. I can't be overexposed or in places acting out of character and doing all of this and all of that, man. Though, again, it's the maturity thing, man. I got to a space where I was like, I want to be out there. And even to a point, I'm like, it probably makes me better to not be in these places. I would hate for a man to see me every week.
Yeah, no,
I remember I went through a month, like, I was in Shoreditch, and it made me sick.
Serious?
Bro, I was there all the time.
What, just like hanging around on Brick Lane
bro,
and that, just
yeah,
chilling?
Bro, Ace Hotel,
Man, just hanging outside.
You get me, Shoreditch.
Hey, but I've done that.
Bro.
Hey, brother, just being outside, just hanging around.
You get me? And then man are just bucking, man, and I'm like, raw.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be bucking me
just
like
chilling outside Box Park on just quick, just on the little vibes.
You know what I'm saying? So, after that, I said, nah, man. You got to tap
Honorable shout out to the people that do that, though. I remember Hyde Park's turning into Shoreditch, by the way.
Oh, man.
So you go Hyde Park now, brother, it's like Shoreditch.
Live.
Yeah, but when the sun's out now and everyone's been in their yard and all these type of things, I definitely understand it. And I'm definitely out there skating about and whatnot. Do you know what, yeah? I said to you before, all spills for me before we even get into the proper, like the new album and that, yeah, bro, All Spills for me, honestly, I'll go back to that point, yeah, and it will take me specifically back to a few different things that at times I don't want to go there, but then there's other times when I'm like, nah, you know what, it's cool. Yeah, but there's like one particular song that spoke to me a lot, yeah? And like, I want you to tell me about it as well, but let me just play it quick.
I done made my choice. Hear it in my voice. Fill me up with joy. Still can't feel the void. I'm on a roll like Royce. You can't catch the boy. Fill me up with joy. Still can't feel the void. I done made my choice. Hear it in my voice. Fill me up with joy. Still can't feel the void. I'm on a roll like Royce. You can't catch the boy. Fill me up with joy. Still can't feel the void. I've been paranoid. Spider senses tingling. I've been mad annoyed. Don't know what I'm thinking. They like my favorite toy. The only one I'm bringing. Oh, I love this story. Beautiful beginnings. I might pick a spot. Then I might take off. Pray I make it back. Hope I don't get lost. Working on contracts. Yeah, you know the boss. I've been double crossed. Had to pay the cost. This thing here won't stop. Yeah, I pray to God. Yeah, it's different where I'm from. Now I'm getting what I want. I need money, I need one. Got honey in a funk. She don't even know my songs. By son, yes son, yes son. Yeah.
Brother,
That was a throwback, man.
how do you feel when you hear that? Where was
took me
you?
back, man.
Where was you?
I was in a sticky predicament. I was like, I always said I needed to go back to jumpy kind of things, like, you know, little vibes and that. But at the same time, I'm going through a real life thing, and I'm really feeling it. That's why, like, the chorus is talking about filling a void. Like, when someone's trying to cut out, and I'm like, alright, well, really and truly, I want to express it on my normal way of expressing it, with more down tempo and all that stuff. But in that instance, I'm like, nah, man, let me express it in this way. So that's when, like, low-key arrogance is kicked in, talking about you. You get me, like, all of that stuff there. But that was really just me just getting back into my let it be, bro. Like, just let this thing be. Just let this thing flow out. I don't want to think about it too much.
It's hard though, innit? You know, like, I think, see, like, when you're outside, yeah, and everyone's telling you how sick you are, yeah, but really, you got some real life things that's happening, innit?
Yeah, things.
And like, when it's lit, it's glamorous. Do you get what I'm saying? But when you're on a grind and you're actually like really working to cut through and whatever, and you're trying to like maintain what it is that you're doing, you got your real life stuff going on or whatever it is, but you got a career and you got like, your fans are like your fiends. Do you get what I'm saying? So you've got to serve them. Literally. You've got to give them a little something.
Literally.
But you're going through all of this at the same time. It's like, as an artist, like, how has it been for you maneuvering even in those times when you felt that way? Because let's be clear, like, if we're being honest, the litness is like, that looks cool, that looks good in that, innit, yeah? But really, it's not always like that. Like, and it's hard, bro. And I think that sometimes we don't talk a lot about, like, artists don't necessarily talk a lot about the hard times of it. Like, whether you're going through, you might just be feeling a little low. Like, you might be feeling a little bit demotivated. Yeah. You might be feeling all these type of things. All the, you know, the like racks ain't coming in the way that, you know, it would be nice to. Do you understand what I'm saying? We just don't talk about those things a lot, man.
Yeah, man. But that's what brothers don't want to free the rawness, man. Everyone likes the glitz and glamour, like, yeah, glorify it. Yeah, it's always good. It's always good. It's always good. Like, I pride myself on letting man know that, like, this is real, man. Sometimes it ain't. Sometimes something ain't going man's way. Sometimes I'm feeling way down in the dumps. But I always, to an extent, like, music is the release, innit? Like, that's why I release it all. And after I release it, I feel like a million times better. So if I'm feeling dead about something, the second I make a rhythm that is speaking that emotion and letting it be, and I listen to it and I'm like, I could unload the madness on this right now, you know. That's what more time brings me out any of them down, because as I said, I'm a feeler, so
yeah, same.
Something affects, man.
Brother, say
you get me? It's really affecting, man. Like, so,
bro, when I feel things, bro, I feel them deep.
Yeah, man.
But people wouldn't always know that though, unless you knew me closely.
Yeah,
If you knew
legit.
me closely, then I'm gonna talk about it and whatever, yeah.
This is it.
But other than that, I might not say too much or like. And do you know what? Sometimes that's even to my detriment, bro, because
Yeah,
I could be in something with a girl, and I'm feeling it deep, bro. But my behavior is the composure is always steady.
Say otherwise, innit?
You understand what I'm saying? But sometimes it's like, nah, man, free that.
Yeah, I like letting it rain, man. I like sometimes I'll praise them down days, man. Because when everything's good again, that shit feels good. You get me? Like, it feels real good. So, without all the downs, all the belows and that, you ain't gonna get me. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. You ain't gonna get me. You're gonna get a facade. I have to bring you them realnesses. I have to speak about. I feel like I used to do it more back in the day when it was the come up and I was really grinding, like,
Right.
and it wasn't about no music check or no nothing about that. It was really like, yo, man's getting it from here. Those are the times when I was really like, yo. let me
What's the
speak
lowest
about
one?
this.
Like, see, like music-wise, yeah. See, when you was in the booth, or you was obviously cooking up something or whatever, yeah. What one is the lowest one for you on a
Was
honest
that a
one?
joint?
Yeah, like where you was at.
There's too many, man. There's way too many.
Tell me one.
Probably from Blue. I wouldn't say I was low, but I was going through it with my shorty at the time. West Hollywood Truths. I remember literally being in West Hollywood in the booty-o. You get me? Literally, as I'm texting her, I'm writing the lyrics to this thing.
Right.
So you get me? I'm orchestrating everything. Like, I think one day girl sent me the beat probably like a day or two before that. So I really got to sit in it, lace the verse, listen back and think, okay, I was really leaving it here still. I'm really expressing this thing at the same time I'm going through it because I'm beefing you on this phone.
Yeah.
So I ain't got time to articulate these feelings what they are. I'm just feeling them straight. Do you get me? I'm seeing your words. Just words might be cutting me.
Yeah,
But I gotta put that cut onto this. I gotta make it cut through on that tune there. So what? West Hollywood Truths is definitely one of them. I had a song back in the day called Honest
Right.
on SoundCloud. That one again, that was really in the same situation with the same person. Them times that I feel like I was feeling more though.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah.
said, everything was new to me. I hadn't really been in love until that situation there.
Right.
I haven't really been
Oh, yeah,
in,
let's talk about that.
So you get
Callum
me?
knows me, you know. What do I love? I love, you know.
You see
What?
it?
I love
Yeah,
talking
man.
about love.
That's the thing
Because
that
you know
drives,
what?
man.
It's a complex one, you know.
Very.
Because when it's good, it's great. You see, when it's good, bro, oh, it's sensational.
Facts.
But see, when it's like, when it's techie, it's mad.
It might wipe me out of the game for a sec, I can't lie. Yeah.
Say that again.
It might wipe me out, man. I might have to sit down and you get me.
Chill out.
Be in my feels for a day or two and be like, oh man.
Right.
But the rise up is always good, man. I
the rise
appreciate
up's
them, man.
proper.
At the time, I might not appreciate it.
Yeah.
I might hate this.
Yeah.
Because I'm a man, I like, yo, this needs to be sorted
No.
today. If it ain't that, then I'm gonna do the flip. Be like, alright, let me have my time to articulate my feelings and what I'm going through so I
Right.
don't say anything too rash or that I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
want to
yeah, yeah.
say. Do you get me? Because I just get flooded with emotions, man.
Yeah.
Everything. It might be,
And I just want to say it all.
yeah.
But then I'm like, you know what? Now I don't want to do too much. I gotta ease up a tiny bit or whatever.
yeah.
But also as well, yeah, which I say to certain man, I did a college talk, yeah, and it was on like grief and bereavement, yeah,
It's a good
which
one.
was more from like a deaf perspective, but I was also tying it into like relationships because you feel a lot of these things when you lose someone.
It's true, man.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Word,
And
bro.
I was saying to one of the young bucks, yeah, because like sex had come up, and this youth was doing bare questioning on why, like if I lose someone, then I should just be outside and whatever. And I said to him, brother, let me tell you this though, yeah. I said I hear all of it, and take it from me, done that. But that doesn't make you feel better, you know. You see, when you're going through a thing, yeah, there's not a food you can chop that is gonna take away from what it is that you're going. Later on, it might be all right. Do you understand what I'm
Once
saying?
it's died down
But
a
when you're
couple-
going through that, like, bro, you can't chop this thing away.
Man. The world's standing still, bro. You get it? Like, nothing don't move. It's only what that situation is. It has to be that. Nothing else don't matter to that. There's no chopping you could do. There's no linking something you can do. That's always going to be on man's mental. It's gonna stay there until the situation's back, because I know what I want.
Right.
If I ain't got that, what's going on then? I'm just fooling myself. Do you get me? Seriously, legit, bro. So I always be in that predicament where I'm like, yo, these moments of love and everything else, like, I just gotta appreciate both sides of it, innit?
Yeah.
Because the hard parts, although they're hard, they make man really feel the opposite end.
Right.
Like, man really feels it where I'm like, nah, man. Man, it has to take time, man. Like, 100. Can't be in a situation that's being doolally, man.
You're gonna laugh. I've got a question for you. You're gonna laugh.
What's that break?
But I'm not giving it to you right now. Listen, yeah. One of the reasons actually I've got you here is because, right, you said something and I thought, what is that about?
Oh, snap, I know what that is.
And you just said, just so you know, this is probably going to be my last contribution to music.
Yeah, man.
This was just before you dropped the most recent album. What makes you feel that way?
You know what, bro? You see, I'm so infused in this music that it really does consume, man, like, on a different level. I know people might say it like, yeah, I sleep, eat, breathe music, like, but that's literally what I do. I ain't stopped thinking about music or creating music for at least 15 years straight. Do you get me? And you know already my predicament, my stance and where I'm at. That stuff becomes draining, bro. Like, having to create and infuse new ways of doing things and all this other stuff, not getting no recognition for it and all that other stuff, that starts to grate on you after a while. Do you get me? So I got to the point where I'm sitting there thinking to myself, am I really gonna keep providing this thing? To do what? To get where? To get what from it? Yeah, I'm providing for my core fan base. They're getting it. I'm getting new listeners in. But at the same time, I know for a fact, man are not giving it what it needs. So therefore, you're undervaluing it. And the only way I can show you that you're undervaluing it is we'll take it away from you. Like, I'm done. I don't want to do this no more. I'll create for myself, of course. I'll create for
How will that make you? How do you think that's going to make you feel though? Because I
feel
understand
light.
that logic. Huh?
I'll feel light as hell.
Think so?
Yeah, man. Because there's no, bro. I can get some messages a day after releasing a project. Where's the music? You see it?
Yeah,
so there's always a stance from someone saying to me, yo, where's this? Where's that? Where's this? And I'm sitting there like, yo, when I just get to take time out and just take care of myself. You get me? Not have to think about creating. Not have to think about, okay, what's the next move? What am I going to do this next project? What am I going to do this next joint? Like, that gets tiring. I'm a man, like, as much as I love music, I love real life. That's why I try and fuse the two. So you won't see me out here, you won't see me doing antics on Instagram, blah, 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 blah. I can't do all of that because I'm too involved in real life, innit? So for me, it got to a point where I was like, yo, hey, not only do they have to understand to value your product, what you're providing, but at the same time, you got to take care of your mental, man, because this overtakes my whole brain. It consumes my whole thing, man. Ask my boy A, like, every time we chef it up, we talk about music. As much as we talk about real life, some form of musical thing is involved in it. Some form of this about A2 is involved in it. But sometimes I want to lock off. I don't want to be A2. I don't want you to talk to me about music. Right. Don't mention it. You get me? Just talk to me about some real life. You get me? Educate me. Let me learn something. Like, I want all of that stuff. I don't want to be in this position where I'm deemed as A2 forever.
Right.
And I have to have the A2 conversations. And nah, man.
One thing I feel like you do want though is.
Oh wow!
Okay.
Oh wow! I deserve some accolades. That's what you do.
Before we even do that, yeah. Akolades.
Yeah, man. I called out that was literally, remember I told you I had a conversation with my virgin. My man said to me, yo, you're too relaxed, you're too chilled, man. You got to shave what it is, you got to deem as it is, because that's how I used to be. Prior to all of these 2016 blues and blah, 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 I used to be raw and ragged. Like, yo, this is it. If I say it, I need it. Do you get me? I demand this thing here. So that was that moment there. I'm saying, nah, man, I'm tired now. I know what man's providing. is at a certain level. Run out the accolades, isn't it?
Yeah, you cannot mess with the essence. I had to test out the method. Then I get up and go get it. Straight. Yeah. Baby girl sent straight from heaven. Hold her like she my possession. I pray she got good intentions. Yeah. Straight. I'm working for 6 days, no rest on the 7th. You know all my sessions. I don't leave space for no questions. I'm settled, you know what my strength is. I don't need no extras. I just cut through like it's tension. The truth black and white like a penguin. I'm in the coop in the night and I'm blending. I might just shoot all my shots and forget. You ended. I'm with the crew taking shots and it's splendid. Might take the roof off the top of my entrance. I might move loose with the wop when I get it. Yeah, I can't make promises, I might forget them. Bro, that
Serious. So man got me mad. I had to bar it up.
Serious.
That whole verse is frustration, bro. That whole first verse is frustration. Like, man meticulously thought of every line in that verse. You get me?
Tell me about that.
Like, literally, what would I kick off with? You cannot mess with the essence. I had to test out the method. Then I'll get up and go get it. I'm telling man straight, you get me? So, you know, I got a fling in the shorty every now and then. Shorty sent free from heaven.
Yeah.
But there's bare instances where I'm saying, no, man. Like, man's got to let it go now. And you can't even be about this emotions thing all the time, man. I'm trying to let man know, like, this ain't to be played with. So you get me? There's lines in there that, no, it's going over man's head. Man ain't really getting until I break it down to, man, what I'm talking about. So you get me? Like, bro, accolades was really the point. Like, coming off the back of all of that stuff, I thought, nah, man, I need that now.
Yeah.
I need man to hold man up to the value that I hold myself up to. But it's just one of those things, man. Literally.
It's a cold way to start the thing, bro.
Yeah, man.
And as soon as I heard that, like that little intro part there, I deserve some. I said, yeah, he does.
Bro, that's exactly what I wanted. I needed that. I needed man to know that. I don't want you to dispute it. It's not disputable, man. Man, these man's accolades. Man's actually seasoned in this.
Right.
Do you get me? If man actually look at man's catalogue, it's seasoned.
Yeah.
From like 2011, bro. But where's the accolades to show for it? Right. Man, like, I don't even want to put my name in best rapper.
But I guess that goes back to like what you said. It's always been about the timing, not about the order. It's always about what's right and not about the former. Yeah, so man. It's like listening to yourself and trusting the process and understanding that. You see, when you're in a place here where you're carving your own thing and doing your own thing, sometimes it might take a little, but I guess you got to find that bit where, because you mentioned something that I thought I know would be really annoying. It's almost like the same sort of thing when people do this with me. When someone said to you, Rah, like, you just dropped the project, someone just comes out and says, Rah, when you dropping some music? And you're like, blood, I just dropped something.
Bro,
someone says to me, Chance, man, I watched the pod. Like, when you dropping I just dropped something yesterday, bro.
You
get what I'm saying?
Man will literally bleed on a whole EP, on a whole LP, for it to just be overlooked. Come on, man.
You said,
crazy, bro.
You said, this is something different, but you was like, and this goes on to what you were saying before, you said, I hate that I smoked for so long. First, it helped with creativity, then it clouded perspective. I really think it lowered my vibrations.
Yeah, man.
Talk on that.
Had me trapped, bro. Like, I almost felt like I was waking up. Because as I said, I'm a feeler. So to a certain extent, as much as weed was giving me like a creativeness, it was numbing me to a lot. It started to become a habit where I was just doing it to be in that space. Not to be creative, just to be in that numb space where life just whizzes by you. But I know me as a person, you give me weed in my teens, you think move that, I don't want that, man. Why don't we should try giving back in the day? I'm like, I don't need that, like, relax with all of that. So I know from my first stance, I can do this without this. So then all the other stuff started to kick in as well, as thinking, it's lowering my vibrations. I'm thinking to myself at the same time, to an extent, I was more creative when I wasn't on it. Do you get me? It just gave man that, I ain't felt this before, you know. Yeah, man, it's lit. Like, it was getting to the point where I wasn't even laughing too much when I was high. I missed them times when I would lick something and I'm busting up at anything. You get me? It could be something walks through the door now. Like, I find something funny, I'm busting up. Like, I just got out of that whole creative purpose and it's turned into a habit. And I don't like habits like that.
Did the lean mash you up?
Nah, man, lean was cool. I wasn't heavy in it. I wasn't drinking it like an American, like pouring up pints and all these things. Crazy stuff. But that was just another new experience that man got to be in. Where I was like, oh, okay, I can talk on it. I can live in this right now and give it to you, and this is what I'm experiencing from this thing. But I dropped that leave time ago, man.
Right.
I was like 6 years ago or something.
There's one tune I wasn't gonna play. It wasn't even there. I wasn't even gonna bring it up.
Yeah.
You see my thing, bro. When you gave me the small hint, I said, you know what? Let me just hold this and just pull it in there anyway. I'm not even gonna play it though still. But I was like, I told you, yo, I'm gonna play a couple of tunes and whatnot. And I was just testing something and I played Seasons. Yeah. You said, yo, Chuck, ease up on that one.
Ease, you know.
Ease up on that one.
Man.
That one felt.
Brother,
why are we easing up on that?
Bro, you see the problems with working with people, right? Is when you don't know what goes on behind closed doors. You don't know everything, right? So Seasons is co-produced.
Right.
It's produced by 2 people. I only know 1. So when it's go time, the other person's management and all this stuff has got involved now.
So what is this why? Because this is not like I noticed the album's not on Spotify.
Yeah, man.
Is it because of that?
100.
Oh man.
Man are doing me dirty.
So what?
Man
So
are violating
one.
me right now.
Huh?
Man are violating me right now. Man are doing claims on the whole project, man.
Serious?
I swear to you, bro. On the whole project, not just the one song, on the whole project. So I'm like, okay, now we gotta go through some legal things. Distributor don't want to re-upload, Spotify saying this, blah, blah, blah. Everyone's just saying bit other things. I'm like, yo, I can't deal with this industry stuff. Like, I'm just gonna get the project out. But it's up on Apple.
Sometimes you know what you gotta do, brother? Bandcamp.
I hear
Sometimes you just gotta do that. Fling it on Bandcamp. The fans will find it. You just let them direct it to there. They usually will like pay their own price for it and all of that type of stuff. Do that, and do you know what? I'll tell you one artist I was really championing through Bandcamp, yeah? It was Little Sims. I found Little Sims years ago and her music was on Bandcamp. And let me tell you something, like, do you know how good it actually felt to go to a place and I knew there was like a bunch of people. And I'm not even gonna sit here and say, like, I like Little Sims and I followed her throughout her career. She's cold.
Very dope.
But I know that she's got a fan base that is there that is a lot deeper than me and like whatever. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. But it felt good going there and just like, boom, I put my price in and I just buy that and I get to just have that. And sometimes that takes away some of the foolishness. Do you get what I'm saying? Sometimes.
I'm not with the foolishness.
But you need it to be everywhere it needs to be.
Yeah,
do you get what I'm saying?
Again, it's that game thing, innit?
Right.
But me, I'm just a creative, man.
Yeah.
So let's create. Like, you know where I come from? I come from SoundCloud.
Yeah.
That's me in my yard. Just
I hear
bang, gone. You get me? So when it comes to all of this stuff, I'm like, bro, I don't have no time for it. So, but again, man, this is all moves for me to be on some next shift, man. I can't lie to you. Power up.
Album favorite, yeah?
Yeah.
Album favorite.
Oh snap, here we go again. Can't keep lying to your friends. You never was the man around the ends. We can never make this thing amend. I just keep it straight, I'll never bend. Watch me place my hand in the cement. You can try and do it, but it's set. I've been running fluid to the checks. It's slippery, I'm slipping, don't slip. Yeah, still can't put trust in them. My personality split. I got 1 for the money, then 2 for the show. I bet you throw back when I'm rich. I bet you come back for this. Yeah, I bet you come.
I bet she does. I bet she does. Talk to me properly. Yeah?
I feel like I must admit was one of the first off the joints, you know?
You what?
I must admit it was one of the first joints off the record, I reckon. One of the first ones I made. But that's like, again, like setting the foundations. I always thought to myself, I need to bring a different type of A, man. I don't want to bring the same emotional deep thing. I was always trying to give it the bouncy kind of element, tempo. You get what I'm saying, but it's on a bouncier thing now. So I must admit, it's just me, just in flex mode on a low. You get me? Still finding my feet back on that element there, man.
I love that shit, bro.
There's bare alley-oops and that. Yeah, alley-oops.
I love your connection with Etta as well. Etta, by the way, because I want to chat with you. You already know. I want to talk to Etta, man. She's cold,
bro.
But we've been talking like a little bit, but we keep like, you know, like nothing comes of it. But I want to chat with her because I just think she's so dope.
Bro, she's a genius.
But you two like have a good musical.
We just get in it.
Yeah.
It's one of them ones. You would have thought we like flick bare tunes back and forth, but It's never like that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, yo, I got this. This is hard. Yeah, yeah, this is hard. Let's get it. And then the tune's done. You get me? It's always been like from. I think we got like 3 songs right. Yeah, 3 songs right now. But we ain't never sent back like. I've sent her 5 songs that she's picked.
I think you two have an EP in there together, you know.
Bro, I
like
said it to time ago.
I think you two got that.
Yeah, man.
I think you two
110%.
got that, man.
A little 6-song something, yeah, man.
As from a fan perspective, I'd like to see a A2 and Etta. But also, do you know what? See on a rapping one, bro. Do you know what I'd like to see if you was just gonna just do like a quick 5 songs with whatever? Louis Ray. I feel like you two.
Still.
Yeah. You two just locked in a studio together.
Yeah.
Just
man.
running something or whatever, and like.
Bro, you see me right now. More time I'm on anything, especially when it's rap bag.
Yeah.
You already spoke about man rapping before. Like my essence of rapping is coming back. So who knows what's bracking?
Right.
I might get in that bag and just shout at man and say, yo, man.
I'm gonna start doing some of that. Do you know what I'm gonna start doing more? I'm gonna start ringing man and saying, yo,
man.
I think you two, in fact, you know what? I know my man, obviously I know you. I'm gonna pull up with you understand what I'm saying? Because you know, and people already know, if I'm ringing someone for something, my thing is good, bro. I don't ring no one for nothing. So
sometimes the dots need to be connected, though,
do you understand what I'm saying?
Artist ego is real.
Oh,
bro, it's
talk
real,
on that.
bro, man. It happens to me more time. More time I'll be in my shit where I'm like, yo, I wanna shut no one. I ain't finna shout no one. Just do my thing still.
Well, you shout one man, he doesn't hit you back, and you say fuck
you get
everyone.
Me? Yeah, man, ain't linking no one.
Done this thing. I'm not even on.
Yeah, literally, man. So I know that, especially with male artists, that's there. It's probably the forefront. Unless you're on, I feel like the come up. When you're on the come up, yeah, you wanna shout everyone. Yo, I need this, I need that. Yo, jump on this with me. But once you're already established, it's there, man. But all it takes is for a man in the middle to say, yo.
Yeah. Right.
Madness.
Flip side though, there's enough gal tune on there, and like bare gal lyrics and all these type of things, yeah. Which is only right.
Yeah.
Because you know, we're men that feel things. You know what I'm saying?
Already established.
This is such a vague and broad question. But I had to ask, yeah. What is your relationship? What has been your experience like in general with women?
More time it's been good, you know. I've been in like long-term relationships.
You one of them, man? Like, that's always been in like pretty much a long time, or there's always been someone.
Yeah, from when I was like 18, I was in like a 4-year relationship. So
right.
My thing's always been deep and progress. I don't want to do a short-term thing. I don't trust people. You feel me? So I don't want to have to restart, and I got to learn to trust people.
Yeah.
And I got to learn your ways, and I'd rather build on something that's, you get me, it's already developed from that stage there, man. So I've always been into a deeper thing, and I thought to myself, I can't get deep with short term. So you get me? Like, you're not gonna capture me with some short term. So
how transparent are you with girls?
Do you know what?
Women.
If I don't know you like that, nah. Usually, nah. There's no transparency. You're gonna see for what it is. But if I'm with you, the transparency is high, man. Because I'll value it. So you get me? I value love. If you love me, because I'm difficult. I'm no way, shape, or form easy. I'm stubborn and so I'm this, I'm that. I go through the motions.
Now, what is this and that?
Bare emotions, man. I might go cold for a couple days. Like,
I'm on.
I might not see eye to eye with you. Be going through a whole 2 days of battling with me. Really,
Would you go cold on a girl? I've never been going cold on like a girl that I've connected with, but I'm emotional though.
Depends what you've done. If you've done something where I look at it and I'm like,
you was moving a little bit thing.
Yeah, like.
And you ain't given me you ain't told me something that has made me feel like, okay, I get it.
You know?
And even if you've told me something that have made me say, all right, I understand it, I'm still feeling some, like, I'm still, let me just get past that.
That's exactly what man's on, man. But it's mad because younger that wasn't really used to relationships or something, it was a completely different person. I wouldn't go cold for you, I wouldn't beef you and have all these antics, but you know already, if you go through the motions and you go through the ups and downs of this thing, it's gonna leave some scars, it's gonna leave some bad habits, it's gonna leave all of this. So at a specific moment, I'll be that person 100%, but the good thing about me is I'm always aware. Do you know what I mean? I'm always in this position where I'm like, nah, man, this ain't in the default state. So if I got to make up ground in it and do some groveling and apologizing, that's how it goes, isn't it? Like, I'll always make the team.
Are you emotional? Like, proper emotional?
Yeah, I am, but I'm a weird emotional person.
Go on.
I feel like my emotions don't come out as emotional. They just hit you and they're just there and you gotta deal with them. So
Like what?
so if I feel a way about something, you won't see me cry about it. You won't see me moody about it. I might just go silent.
Yeah.
I don't mean even like silent where I ain't saying nothing legit, but
See, I'll do that with just random. Like if say I'm like building something with someone or whatnot, and they do something that makes me feel some type of way. Silent.
yeah, I can
I'm
be
on
that.
that.
Man.
I'm at like,
can
or
be on
and I'll come back maybe.
But it's mad
Like,
because
I'm silent. But if,
I'm just like at this point, I can't really do that, innit? Like that's just bad habits keeping me in the predicament.
we can't.
where I know,
Yeah,
like,
for real.
so my key thing now is, man, you gotta get your communication up. Because man's articulate. It's not like I'm an idiot. I know how to say these things for you. But one thing that
You
might
have
be
to say it
stopping
in
me,
music, bro.
Yeah, this
so
is
there's
it.
nothing wrong with like,
It's pride.
yeah, hell of that.
My pride will stop me from saying it how it is unless I know I'm 10 million% in the right. But if I know it can be questioned and it can go either way, my pride's gonna say, nah, let me keep that one back and it might be better for me to not say anything. But as I said, I'm always aware. I'm always in the spot where I'm like, you know what, nah, I need to get this thing right. Like, do you get me? So
Yeah.
I'm a madman, I can't lie to you. I'm a madman. Serious, bro.
Talk to me about this.
You know, I'm down and out, drowning in my sorrow. Going round and round, I don't know if I'll go. Where you loving me, I just cannot say no. Where you loving me, I'm just glad that they know. Yeah, they know. Yeah, they know. Take control. I was constant on you, but I won't no more. I wanted trust with you, no, I'm not so sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I thought I love you, now I guess it went pure. I guess it went pure. I guess it went pure. I just needed some loving. You keep on pressing my buttons. I didn't want any problems, I swear.
Yeah, that's Confessions of a Creative, man. That was me going through the motion and trying to put whatever I was going through into perspective onto a joint, man. Because as I said, certain time my best place to speak is on the track. I know a lot of people say it, but that's really what it is. I can't address this here, but let me just, you get me, live it a bit and then go in a booth and put it out and make these words trying to connect in a way. So that's just going through some breakup. Do you get me? You've moved on, I've moved on, blah, blah, blah. This is how I'm feeling. I'm going through this moment, man. That's summertime misery, bro. That's why I named it Midsummer Misery. I was going through the motions, bro. But this song here, I can't even lie to you. I wrote this a long time ago. I wrote this in like 2019. But it's just now that I've been confident enough to say, all right, cool, you can step it out. Like, enough of the support base will probably told you, yo, man, I had a snippet of this time ago.
Yeah.
But I just wasn't ready to put it out in the atmosphere, man. But now at that point, yeah, man, all them emotions and feels is evacuated now, so it can come out. There's enough times I've done that, man. I've been going through something, but that might have been 2 years ago. But I'm speaking on it now. Do you get me? Because I like to tap into little segments and emotions that I feel and all that, man. So I'm bleeding on it. You get me? From the rip, man. Down and out, drowning in my sorrows, all of these shots here, man. I love bleeding on it, just feeling it, letting it go, but I might not give it to the world at a specific moment, because I don't think the world's really ready for a real emotional A. For me, if I keep it banned, I don't think it, man. There's a time and place in it, but I like it, man.
Sometimes I feel like that when I'm doing the pod. You know that,
Yeah,
CALUM?
bro.
Sometimes I feel like there's some things I really want to say at times.
Bro,
But I don't know if everyone's ready. I don't know if the landscape of things are like ready for me to do that like that. Do you get me? And I probably will still though.
Yeah,
At one
man.
point when the vibe takes me.
It be that way, man. As I said, sometimes I get into moments where I'm like, nah, have it. Like, this is what it is. This is all it is. Like, there's no hiding it. It's that, hide it. There's certain tricks I got that will never come out, and I'm on it spilling. You get me? Like, real life spilling. But then the artistry in me will be like, nah, man, this is too much, man.
Right.
Keep this one back, man. This ain't even ready. Streets don't want to hear this. Like, this is too specific. This is too in detail. But the beauty of it is, it could come out.
Right.
But the listener will never know when it
Right.
was. They'll never know when I went through that.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff I talk about is not even today. It's not yesterday. It's not
Right.
this year. Could have been 5 years ago. G. You get me? But I'm just able to tap into these emotions and live in it presently. Like, it's weird.
The last thing I want to ask you is, what's your opinion, yeah, and how do you feel about the landscape of rap music right now?
Is this like US based everywhere, UK?
UK.
It's mad, man, because I feel like it's not really in a specific space. I don't feel like it's going anywhere. Like, there's not a rap album. Do you know what I mean? Right now, I can't think of who's providing, man, a rap album that I could be like, yo, that's a rap album. I feel like everything genuinely blends in, and it's a lot of doing what's popular instead of really being like, yo, this is some rap. Back then, I could listen to, like, I would listen to, like, Training Day 1 and be spazzing, like, every lyric. I thought, yo, this is some real rap thing. I listened to...
Potter?
Yeah.
Potter's hard.
Yeah, Potter's a maniac, man. I listened to, what's the 9's one I was listening to?
What, Crabs in a Bucket?
Gone Till November.
Oh, shit, that's hard.
Yeah, I'm going back a few years
Yeah,
and I was
yeah.
really listening in, like, yo, this rap thing is mad. Like,
Yeah.
man, I'm really rapping, like, sounding like UK things, you get me? Like, those are the ones that I listen to and be like, yeah, these are crazy. But nowadays, I'm all struggling right now to be like, who's a UK rapper apart from... The first one that come to my mind was Potter.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I'm probably being mad ignorant right now, but outside of that, I can't really think of rap, because when I think rap, I think, who's a rapper over there right now? That doesn't really mix and blend. Was it Reason?
Yeah.
There's Reason in America, like, you know these man that stick to, yo, I rap.
Yeah.
You get me? I'm trying to see it in that aspect
Right.
there, but UK, I can't really see.
There's
like,
only I feel like
rap.
there are some, but it feels limited. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man.
And honestly, you know, a lot of what I like isn't always the most popular stuff. You get
Yeah.
me? Like, I love Nux. You get me? Like, I just think he's cold. I love Potter. You know what I mean? There's like a few man that like, and I feel like Potter's gonna make something this year. I feel like he's gonna make something cold this year.
Yeah.
I believe in that. Do you know what I mean? I look at J Hus, for example, and I'm like, J Hus is cold at what he's doing. Yeah. My only criticism that I've ever had of recent with J Hus is that now I want him to tell me something. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm with you, man.
Like, tell me, brother, you've experienced a lot of mad things.
Yeah.
But he usually gives me 2 cold lines, and then he's over here, then he's like over there. Or like, I never really know how he feels, really. Do
It's
you get
mad
me?
because when you go upstairs, you can't. It's difficult to come back downstairs.
I want him to go. I want him to
Me.
just at least attempt a couple of times, like, not to stop the flipping vibes and all of that stuff. Obviously, do that. You can still do it in a way where you can even give that in a vibes thing. The talent's there. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, word.
But either way, like, that's one thing that I like, man. I like when an artist is able to, like, do a bit of both. Like, even if you are extremely talented in the turn-up section, yeah, if you can give me something that makes me say, I understand you more now, I hear you, then for me, it connects me to that person even more. But I understand that's not really what people are into these days.
Yeah,
it's
the
just about what's
vibe,
popular.
bro.
Everyone's just on the turn-up thing, and then it's just all throwaway, dash away, this, that.
A man already said you don't want to be in a club
there's
and
some
hearing
good
a
shit
man
out there
rap.
still. Huh?
Yeah, you don't want to be in a club and hearing a man rap.
Yeah, no, that's what this is. I'm talking about album. I'm talking about projects, though.
Yeah.
Remember, you can still, if you put in 12 songs on a project, yeah, you can have 5, 6 turn-ups.
Yeah.
But you can still, if you're a rapper, you can still at some point in that project tell me how you feel about something.
Oh, you still. Yeah, you got a
You
plan,
get what
man.
I'm saying? You ain't never had to think about that because that's what you do.
Let's let it bleed, man.
Yeah,
But
I mean-
saying that, I listen to a lot of Shower Malik. I don't know if you
Okay.
know Shower Malik, but I listen to a lot of Shower Malik. He's one of the rappers that you don't really go off your thing, you rap.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
And I mess with his rap, so that's probably the one of the brothers that I probably
Yeah.
listen to a lot. I'm saying, yeah, rap, but it's a lot of undercover guys, man.
Honorable shout out to Miss La Familia as well. She's a borrower.
Yeah,
So it'll be
man.
interesting to see what she
Spazzing.
does still. But brother, listen, man.
Bro, appreciate you every time.
Come on, man.
It's been long overdue as well.
Long overdue, bro.
I feel like almost a year and a half or something like that, man.
Yeah, exactly.
France time, remember?
It was France. This is it. That's what I'm saying. Man was out there. What was it? Fashion week and that. Man was. You get what I'm saying? Quick. They filling pieces party. The honourable shout out to the people that at filling pieces and that, man. They're my guys. Man. You get me?
Always, bro.
Yeah. But listen, bro. Let me tell you something. Yeah. On a super real one. You can't stop, bro. I believe in you, bro.
Nah, I appreciate it.
I believe in you, bro.
Respect.
Like, and I think there's a lot of people like myself that hears music like what you produce and what you make, yeah? And it resonates in life, but in so many different aspects as well. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's therapeutic. And it's, you know, it like, even if at a time, I might be going through something and it feels uncomfortable and I might be going through an uncomfortable thing. Like, and I might attach this to that. It's still a element of therapy for me.
Yeah.
Also though, if you're just turning up and you're just flexing and all this type of stuff, I'm in all of that as well. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because it can, like, I connect to it in a certain way and there's a lot of people that connect to it in a certain way and I get it, bro. It's hard and it's difficult when you've got a core fan base of people that check for your stuff and whatnot, but there's a whole game out there and there's all these lot that's doing this, that, and this, that, and this, that, and this, that. But bro, trust me when I tell you, yeah, there's like, just trust in this process, bro, because there is a lot of people that whether they tell you this or not, they are counting on your music, bro.
Yeah, nah, I feel you,
Trust me when I tell you, brother.
Bro.
They're counting on you, bro. So listen, my G, thank you for coming
bro,
through. I appreciate it, man.
More so,
And more life and more blessings.
Every time.
Come on, G. The Cheque Up, Chuckie online, yeah? CALUM on the cam. Make sure you talk to him properly, yeah? Especially when there's budgets and that there. He's there. He can do that, yeah, with the eyes closed and that. Cool. Online.